say the way it should be. Moonlight hollow, the sun will come. Angel tells me of a dream. You talk of the break of morning as you get in your own. Cloud and crimson, the key of heaven, one love garden like a
Come, Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in a new moon. But oh, methinks how this old moon doth wane. She lingers my desires like a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like a silver bow, shall behold at the nights of our solemnity.
Glostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love doing the injuries, but I will wed thee in another key. With pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with fading voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with braces of thy hair, rings, guards, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegay, sweetmeat, messengers of strong fulfillment in an hardened youth. With cunning hast thou flinched the bosom of my child, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my noble lord, be it to hear before your grace, she will not consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her as I wish, whether it be to this gentleman, or to her death, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one to whom you are but as a form in wax. by him imprinted and within his fat power to leave the figure or disfigured. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is. But in this kind wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
It is rather with your eyes his judgment must look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth and examine well your blood. For if you yield not to your father's choice, you shall endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be in shady cloister mune, chanting faint hymns to the cold and fruitless moon. Thrice blessed are they that master so their maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which withering on the virgin's thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me an everlasting bond of fellowship, on that day to prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar protest for I austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia! And Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius? Let me have Hermia's. You marry him.
Scornful Lysander! True he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. And she is mine, all my right of her I do instate unto Demetrius.
I am my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not without vantage as Demetrius's. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why then should I not prosecute my right? Demetrius, all vouch to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted, inconstant man.
I must confess that I've heard so much, but, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Aegeus, and come, Demetrius. I have some private schooling for you both. As for you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. So if you yield not to your father's will, the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta, what cheer, my love?
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
A good persuasion. The course of true love never did run smooth. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There will I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helen to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knits souls and prospers loves, by that fire which had burned the part between of the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed there, Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? Oh, that fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair, Your eyes are lodestars. Your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to a shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so? Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue your tongue, sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, all the rest would I give to be you translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown on him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, but he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Oh, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in our love do dwell, that he hath turned to heaven and to a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage on the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, the time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends in stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, adieu. As you on him, and Demetrius dote on you.
How happy or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. Oh, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all other but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admire of his qualities. All things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love sees not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere? Before ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he swore down oaths that he was only mine. When this hatesome hail from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go and tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, oh, it is a dear expense. But hearing me I to enrich my pain to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here's the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then, read the names of the actors and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver?
Ready. Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I shall move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest.
All right.
Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Ericles rarely, or a part of Cherokee to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus's car shall shine from far, and make and mar the foolish face.
Well, everybody, come on.
This was lofty. Now read the rest of the players. This was Ericles' vein, a tyrant's fate, a lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Hey, let not me play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may cover my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus, my lover dear. Ah, Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, no, no! You must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Startling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Startling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I'll roar that I'll do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I'll make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You'd fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. And that was sure enough to hang us all.
That would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should frighten the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, that I will roar you as gently as any second dove. I will roar you, and 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see this summer's day, a most lovely gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and green beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you shall play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace woods a mile without the town. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I'll drop a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, friends, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough, hold or cut bowstrings.
their gold coat spots, you see.
Those be Ruby's fairy favors. In their freckles live their savers.
I must go seek some dewdrops here.
And hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear.
Farewell, thou love of spirits, we'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon. The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of a stranger, trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn tops and hide them there. Either I mistake your shape or making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite named Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frightens the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometime make the drink to bear no barm, misled night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you Aunt Sweet Puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are you not she? Thou speakest aright. I am that very wanderer of night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile. When I a fat and feed-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me, then slip I from her bump, down topple she, and Taylor cries and falls into a crop. And then the whole choir hold their hips and love. Wax their mirth and knees and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in shape of corn sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steeps of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress, your warrior love, which with faces must be wedded, and you come to bring their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing that I know thy love for Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering nights away from fair Perugina, whom he ravished, and make him with fair eagles break his faith, with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forges of jealousy! And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or rushing brook, or in the beaten margins of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge hast sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling to the land, hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The human mortals want their winter here. The seasons alter, hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and Donald heames, then an icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds, is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, change their wonted liveries in this mazed world, and by their increase, now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland bides not with a child of me. His mother was a votess of my order,
and in the spiced Indian air by night. Full often hath she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die, and for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood did you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If thou wilt patiently dance in our round, and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away. We shall chide down bride if I longer stay.
Well, I'll go thy way then. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea make music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as if to pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon. The imperial vultures passed on in maiden meditation, fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it into her eyes. The next thing that she, waking, looks upon, be it lion or wolf or bear or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, and the other slayeth me. Thou hast told me they were stolen to this wood, and here I am, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, oh, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted enemy. Yet you draw that iron from my heart as is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I will have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that, I do love you the more. I am your spaniel, Demetrius. And the more you beat me, the more I will fawn on you. Use me as but your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of the one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that it is not night when I do see your face, and therefore I think I am not a knight. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you. Run when you will. The story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy question. Let me go. Or if thou follow, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, in the town, in the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongsters set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We should be wooed and we're not made to woo. I will follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand that I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere thou leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Here comes my messenger. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite overcanopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek thou through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it so the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. But effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so. Come now, around the little fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the muskrow's bud, some war with rare mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Play me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
one aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye it shall appear, when thy wakes it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. Speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest mine head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms in a single trough. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And in life, when I am loyalty, here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed. Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Oh, night and silence! Who is here? Oh, weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he my master said despiseth the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon thy eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever she lies, for she is blessed in a attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear, for animals that meet me do run away with fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's sphere nine? But who is this? Lysander on the ground? Dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. If you live, good sir, wake.
And run through the fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art. It through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. Man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? But you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare thee well, perforce I must confess, I thought you, Lord, of a more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should that of another therefore be abused?
Oh. She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there. Never mayest Lysander come near. For as the surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Whereas the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive. So now my surfeit and my heresy of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
No. Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. On me. For pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I did quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at its cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alas, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all love. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met? Pat, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peerquints.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw his sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Fire like in a perilous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is said and done.
Not a whit of it. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and have that prologue seem to say that we shall do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. That will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wildfowl than her lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that she's not the lion.
No! You must name her name, and tell them plainly that she is snug to join her, and she may speak to the lion's neck, saying thus or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And here she may name her name and tell them plainly she is snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there's 2 hard things, that is to bring moonlight into a chamber. For you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar! Look out the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why then you may leave a casement at the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and says he comes to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For you know Pyramus and Thisbe, so says the story, to talk through a chink of the wall.
You can never read a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and she may have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about her to signify wall, and she may hold her fingers thus, and through this cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. You have spoken your speech, enter into the break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, a play tour? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet. So odors, odors! Odors, savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
I, Mary, must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Linus, tomb man! Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your parts at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I Thisbe, I will only dine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you, I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, and headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fires, every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a neighbor of theirs to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass's head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee! Thou art translated!
I see there, neighbor. This is to make an ass of me. they could. But I will not leave this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear I am not afraid. Oh, thee, I'll so cut the like of you, the rich tawny bill, the throstle with is no so true thread with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the flame circle to break, whose note so many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would shed his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird the lie, though he cried cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored to thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues, force perforce, doth move me, on first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
It's mistress, you have little reason for that. And yet to say the truth, love and reason do keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity, more neighbors will not make them better friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I have wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood? Do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. Thee shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I'll purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas, blossom, moth, cobweb, and the rest. Ready. And I. And I. And I. Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. And for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, to light them in the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love, to bed and to rise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes, not whom else do him courtesies. Hail, mortal! Hail! Hail! Hail!
I beg your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb!
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest fairy.
Peas Blossom!
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Peas Blossom. Commend you to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peas God, your father. Your name, honest fairy.
Mustard Seed!
Good Mistress Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. The same cowardly giant like oxbeat that devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made mine eyes waterier now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps a little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
Ed, Edd and Eddy Cartoon Network is thrilled with your new show, but we need a new star. This is going to be a difficult decision for me.
It's over. The money, the fame, the pool party.
No, we need another Ed.
Right.
Hello.
Get me Ed shots.
Want to be a star? Cartoon Network is looking for the fourth Ed. Just send in your name, age, address, and phone number, or drop by to enter, and your Ed shot could appear in a TV commercial.
I love being famous.
Hey, we made these guys stars. Imagine what we could do for you.
Make a wish and let all your entertainment dreams come true with Showtime and the Movie Channel. Go beyond the boundaries of everyday TV. Get Showtime for Hollywood hits no one else has, breakthrough originals, and knockout boxing. For more magic, add the Movie Channel. With 100% pure movies, 100% pure fun. So make your wish and let your dreams come true with Showtime and the Movie Channel.
Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, crude patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were meant to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shadowy thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed it on his head. Anon his thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet painted coughs many in sort, rising and calling at the guns report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight away, his fellows fly, and at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong, or briars and thorns of their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from gilders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and a sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
This works out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juices I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side said when he waked, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, I rebuke you, him that loves you so. Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain my Sandra in his sleep, being washes in blood, plunge in the deep to kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermes? Who'll believe as soon as the whole earth may be born, and as an old maid through her sinner grief, so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced to the heart by your stern cruelty. And yet you, the murderer, look as bright and as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hound.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, what's so true even for my sake? Durst thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with someone tongue and mine now, serpent, never adder stop!
Oh, you spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, good Demetrius, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this mountain. Here, there, for a while, I will remain.
So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. With debt for banker I'd sleep till sorrow owe. It's now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite.
and lay the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned and not a false turned true.
Then one man, holding troll the million fell, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick and pale of cheer is she, with sighs of blood that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
Ooh, I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the tire's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. So when his love he doth espy, may she shine as gloriously as Venus of the sky. If thou wait when she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's feet. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll to at once will one that must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep. And vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you? Bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you now give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
But I had no judgment when to her I swore.
You're none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and chill thy lips, those tempting cherries kissing grow. That pure, congealed white high Taurus snow, bend with the eastern wind, turns to but a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite, oh hell! I see you're all set to bend against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure that you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia. Now both rivals to mock Helen? Oh, trim exploit, a manly enterprise. To conjure up tears to a poor maid's eyes for your derision. None of the noble sort must so offend a virgin or extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, and I know, and here, with all goodwill, with all my heart. In Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. In yours of Helen, to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will until my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none, if e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen is not so.
Despair is not the fate thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, and from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing, to whom he contends. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide? Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know that the hate I bear for thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy? Now I perceive that they have conjured all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to make me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we had spent when we had chided the hasty-footed time for parting us, is all forgot? All school-days friendships, all childhood innocence. It is not funny, and it is not maidenly. Our sex as well as I do chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And then made your other love, Demetrius, who even but till now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious and celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul? The tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Hold the sweet jest up. This sport well chronicled shall be, carriage shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare thee well. It is partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat.
I say I love thee more than this man can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it to.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to test all this?
Why, you Ethiop?
No. You seem to crave news. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are but a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou bird vile thing, let loose! For I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What changes the sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny Tartar! Out, loathed medicine! Oh, hated potion hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, suit, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive who weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Harm her? Kill her dead? Oh, I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis not jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! Oh, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Hey, that way goes the girl. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her person, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? How low am I? I'm not yet so I get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again? Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flog me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus hindering knotgrass maid! You bee! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf to scorn your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena and take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try who's right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena. Follow?
Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress! All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence, or else thou commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far my glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest the lovers seek a place to fight. High therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog, black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray that one come not within the other's way. Like to Lysander sometimes frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up in bitter wrath. Sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, the juice of which hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When next they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste. Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I, feared in field and town, goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes a...
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. It fallen a mine, a dark, uneven way. And who will
rest me.
Come now, gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I will find Demetrius and revenge his spite.
Ho, ho, ho! Coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest. For well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold head. My days approach. Look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night! Bake thine hours, and comforts from the east. Oh, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. Oh, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me away a while from my own company.
Yet but three, come one more. Two of both kinds makes up four.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Dabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound, I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakes, thou takes true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every man shall take his note, in your waking shall be known. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I, thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears. Mwah, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Mademoiselle Cobweb?
Ready?
Mademoiselle Cobweb, good Mademoiselle, get your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle, and bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Mademoiselle, and good Mademoiselle, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown in honey bags, Senorita.
I know.
Where's Mademoiselle Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your niece, Mademoiselle Mustard Seed. I pray you, leave your curtsy.
What's your will?
Nothing but to help Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's. He thinks I'm a marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass. If my hairdo but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love? Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have venturous fairies that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I would prefer a handful or two of dried peas, but enough. Let none of your people stir me. I have an expedition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, and sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist, the female ivy so, and rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh,
how I love thee. Mwah, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? The dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, so that he, waking when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents than the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release my fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions I have seen. Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? How mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5 descents.
Music hall, music such as charm and sleep.
Sound music! Come, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be.
and I are new in Amity, will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance into Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all prosperity. And there shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded to Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy King, attendant mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go, some of you. Find out the forester, for now our observation is performed. Dispatch, I say. Find out the forester. We will, fair queen. Up to the mountaintops, mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete, they bayed a bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, such musical discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, so fluid, so sanded. Their heads are hung to sweep away the morning dew. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, that is my daughter there sleeping, this Lysander. That Demetrius is, and this Helena, old Nedar's Helena. I wonder if their being came together.
No doubt they rose up early to acknowledge the right of May, and hearing of our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia must give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go meet my huntsmen, wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine's is past.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? With hatred so far from jealousy? To sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I can't truly say how I came here. But as I would think, for truly I would speak, and now I do bethink me it is so. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where without the peril of the Athenian law...
Enough! Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stole away. They would, Demetrius, and thereby have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helena told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her was I betrothed, ere I saw Hermia. But like a sickness did I loathe this food. But as in health come to my natural taste, now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear more anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us these couples shall be eternally knit. Come with us to Athens. We shall hold a feast in honor of our solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep. We dream. But was not the Duke here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father, and Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow him to the temple.
Why then we are awake? Let us follow them, and on our way let us recount our dreams.
Oh. Hey ho!
Peter Quince! Loot the bellwether! Stop the tinker! Starling! God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream beyond the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report this dream. I shall give Peter Quince to write a ballad on this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to charge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraftsman in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus are nothing.
Where are these lads?
Courageous man! Almost every hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I shall tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I'll tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards and new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace, every man look on his part. For the short and the long of it is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him who played the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, as I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away!
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Here are the lovers full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks. Your board, your bed.
What masks, what music have we to wear away this long 3 hours in between bedtime and supper time? Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
What abridgment have we for this evening? How shall we beguile this long lazy time if not with some delight?
There's a brief. Make choice what your highness will see first.
A tedious brief scene of Pyramus and his love Thisbe, a very tragical murder. Tedious and brief? Merry and tragical? This is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How came we to the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there's not 1 word apt, 1 player fit. And tragical it is, my lord, for therein doth Pyramus kill himself. Which, I must confess, when I saw rehearsed, did make mine eyes water. But the more marriage hears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
And who are they that are in it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never until now labored with their mind, and have now toiled their unbridled memories with this same play against your nuptials.
I will hear that play.
No, no, my lord, it is not for you.
We will hear that play. Go bring them in.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here. That you should hear repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know. Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, and you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which with these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper, at the let which no man wonder. This man, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorns, presenteth moonshine. For if you would know, by moonshine, did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus tomb, they're there to woo. This grisly beast, which lie in height by name, and the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion bile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blade for blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, wall, moonshine, and lovers twain at large his course, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion bit his speed.
One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a cranny hole, or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, are to whisper. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am the same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Pyramus draws through the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night, with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art my day is not. Oh, night, alack! 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 I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, oh, wall, oh, sweet and lovely wall, which stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink that I may blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Oh, shield you well for this. But what see I? Oh, Thisbe do I see? Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones, for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, truth, sir, he should not. You see, deceiving me is Thisbe's cue, and she is to enter, and I to spy her through the wall. You shall see it all fall pat right as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair lit up in me.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to by and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe?
My love? Thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander I am trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall, oh, not your lips at all.
Oh, wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Time life, time death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, Wall, my part discharged so, and being done, away Wall doth go. This is the silliest stuff that I've ever heard.
You ladies! You whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor may perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough and wildest rage doth roar. For now that I, as snug the joiner, am a lion fell or else no lion's down. For if as lion I should come and strive into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Well rowed, lion. A very gentle beast, and of good conscience.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
She should have worn the horns upon her head. Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon. Myself, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take up truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite, but mark poor night. What dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what, stained with blood? Approach, ye fury spell, come fate, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame? For lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Oh, come tears confound, out sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, that left back where heart doth hop. Thus die I. Thus. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul light! Moon, take thy flight! Now gone! Die! 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 Die!
What the hell is this? You might get me covering proven ass.
Asleep? My love? What? Dead? My dove? Oh, pyramids, arise! Speak! Speak! My dove! Dead? Dead. But to us cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow Catholic cheeks. Oh, God! God! Lovers make moan! His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue that order. Come, trusty sword. Proclaim my resting group. Farewell, friends. Thus this be it. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
And moon-shining liar left to bury the dead.
The crying wall, too.
No, no! I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Would you like to see a epilogue or a burgomath dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. Your play needs no excuse, never excuse. But come, let us dance the burgomask. iron tug of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn with as much this night we have overwatched. Come, Hippolyta.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now it is the time of night with the graves all gaping wide. Every one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecades team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, know our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am set with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house did glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note, hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create, ever shall be fortunate. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream, gentles, do not reprehend. If you parted, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have an earned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call? So good night to you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore men.
What's in a name? Everything. We're proud to bring you the new TV Guide channel. On February 1st, change the way you channel. Get the inside scoop on what's new, who's hot, and what's next. Stars, sports, TV and movies, news and reviews. What you want and where to find it. Same place, new stuff, new name. The new TV Guide channel. Coming your way February 1st.
The movies on HBO. Delivering more blockbusters than any other network. HBO, once and forever, home